What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Orchid protocol today at the request of Junior Gamble. We're talking about this for you, my friend. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get into it, okay? Here we are at about 10.2 cents right now. Looking rather bullishly postured, if I do say so myself. You've got this interesting kind of U shape here with this interesting other kind of U, smaller U. It's a double bottom. It definitely is. It looks rather ugly, but whenever you smooth it out with the lines, it's actually kind of a nice double bottom, to be completely fair. It's almost like an Eve and Adam, or an Eve and Eve, whatever you want to say. At any rate, this certainly seems to be some kind of bullish consolidation phase here, where you're about to break out of this, your consolidation zone that you've been in for several years now, a couple of years now at least. Whenever you break out of that, you've got some higher prospects to achieve, don't you? I would assume, looking at this high to low, that the golden ratio is probably a good zone to stop. But let's see where you're at. Yeah, I think the golden ratio would be a fine area to stop. You don't have to stop there, but that is, right at this most recent relative area of resistance where you fell off a cliff and came down to this consolidation phase, right? If you were to break out of this consolidation phase, it makes sense that you might go to a point of resistance from the last one. Maybe it makes sense that you go to support. However, I don't think that you consolidate for multiple years like this to just break out and hit the very minimum line that you could possibly achieve. I don't think so. I think that you would go higher. So truthfully, the targets that I would anticipate whenever you break out, which were on a weekly basis, it could be this week, 2 days, 10 hours left. It could be next week. It could be the week after that, right? I don't know when it's going to happen, but when it does happen, you're at 10 cents now. 31 cents to 38 cents is going to fast approach. And there's a very strong possibility you could go all the way up to the 786 or the 886, okay? You really could. And the reason for that is if you consider this as like a zone in its own right, right? Well, you've broken through the zone getting to the golden ratio. Oftentimes, whenever you break through a zone like this, it's either that you find support at the base or you find resistance at the top. You don't really oftentimes stop in the middle. Sometimes you do, but oftentimes that's kind of how I look at it. And if you stop here, maybe it's just momentary and you are working your way all the way up here. I don't know, and maybe breaking out forward or onward past that, right? But I suppose the right call to make right now, I don't feel so confident about 70 cents, though I think it's important to address it as a possible target, maybe the maximum possible target by the end of this move, unless, of course, it just does some crypto shit, which is it just blasts through the roof. You go back in time and you open up a wormhole and go to like $100. If that's what you're about to do, okay, then this analysis isn't really helpful. Just buckle up your seatbelt and get ready for a moon mission. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Just because I don't know doesn't mean that it won't happen. It can happen. I'm addressing it because it can happen. It's just those kind of movements I don't think anybody can predict. You have to have some insider information or have like $100 billion to pump this thing. If you don't have either of those, then you're not going to know whenever these kind of moves are going to happen, right? Maybe you will. I don't know. High to low, my expectation would be 70 cents is the maximum potential by the end of this next move, by the end of this breakout move, which I see it occurring probably by the end of April. End of March is what I'm thinking, if not very beginning of April, but let's just say the end of April because it's been so long since we've moved as a society in crypto. So 70 cents would be the maximum target for this next move up, though I don't think that's where you're going to go. I think somewhere between probably 52 cents to 31 cents is more appropriate. I do like this 52-cent target. I also like the 31-cent target. I'm not too sure which one I'm more leaning towards yet. So let's try and refine this a little bit, okay? High to low here. Golden ratio right at that 39-cent area, 37-cent area. I like that. Right in the middle of the zone, kind of. I like that. 1886 lining up with the 786 too. I like that. Okay. What do we got here? That's not what I wanted. Let's see. Come on. And I do expect you to respect this fib. So I really do like that 37 to 39 cent area personally. Yeah. Yeah, and you got the 2272 right there too. I do. I think this thing I accept if I was to go on what I accept as possible, 70 cents and beyond are possible targets by the end of March, by the middle point of April, by the end of this next move, wherever it is. What do I mean by the end of the next move? I don't mean the end of the cycle, right? I just mean this was a move and you consolidated. This was a move down and then you consolidated. That was the end of that move. You moved up. That was the end of that move. Where's the end of this next move? Not the end of the cycle. The end of the cycle is further away. The end of the next move, I'm very confident will be somewhere around 37 to 39 cents. Possible it could go to 70 cents or above. Likely you go to at least 31 cents, but most 31 cents to 52 cents is the likely target area. Out of that likely target area, the most likely zone that I can seem to see is about 37 to 39 cents. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. Looking at the weekly RSI, yes, it looks like you want to go up. You've got higher lows here, finding support, support, support. I love seeing it. Higher lows going from all the way back here. It looks like a very dominant bullish trend. You're getting overbought. You're not getting oversold. All good things. All things you want to see. 3-day time frame, same thing, overbought, not getting oversold, bouncing off the 40, an area that you bounced off of before to send you to the overbought zone when you last made your bullish move here. I do want to say, and I mean, unless it's obvious by now, this move was nice. This move will be nicer. You're about to experience a bigger move than what you've seen probably all cycle in a very short amount of time. So be prepared for that, OXT. I think that you're going up here pretty soon. Let's just see what your capabilities are, because everybody always asks, right? How high could it go by the end of the cycle? I'm glad you made a video, but damn it, that's not what I wanted. I wanted cycle ending predictions. Spread some butter on that bread for me, C-Zar. We're at $100 million right now in market cap. To put it in perspective of what a 100x would look like, because if you're in crypto and you're not looking for a 100x, what are you doing? It's like being in a gold mine and looking for copper instead of looking for gold. Like you can look for gold, it's okay. You might not find it. You might only find some whatever else you'd find in a gold, some iron, I don't know, some coal. It's still valuable resources, you know, to some degree. But you can find that gold nugget, you can find that 100x or more in crypto. So why not consider the possibilities? You're at 100. It happens all the time, you guys. We've seen 100x's this cycle already. There's popular coins that have done multi 100x's this cycle already, let alone coins that aren't popular. They're popular because they pumped. The coins that aren't popular, when they have their time in the spotlight, they could really do some damage. 100x from here at $100 million would put you at a $10 billion market cap, and that is no small feat to accomplish. But $10 billion is fairly attainable for the average coin, especially when we're in the height of the bull cycle. So I could see you doing 100x in this. If a 10 billion is fairly attainable, 20 billion is fairly attainable, I would even say 40 billion is fairly attainable. You could see this thing do a 400x, a multi 100x. It's very possible. Now, do I think it's gonna, or do I know it's gonna get there? Do I think it's gonna get there? Yes, I do think you will see probably at least a 100x, if not a multi 100x. I do believe in that, and I like the chart. I think that you've got a nice bottom here. This will set you up for good things to come. I very much do believe that. What does it look like, right? Well, I mean, 100x from here would put you at $10, right? So $10, that's a nice psychological area of resistance. This thing will not find $100 this cycle, right? Because 100x, yeah, to get to $100, that'd be 1,000x, and then you'd be at $100 billion. I don't think you're going to see that by the end of the cycle, but something around $10 to maybe $40 by the end of the cycle could be something that you do. Let's just see if anything lines up here from last cycle's highs in April to the cycle lows that you had in June here. Look at that, your 2272. A lot of cryptos, you guys, I'm not even kidding, a lot of cryptos like to top off of their 2272. 1618 to 2272 area, sometimes beyond that, but this lining up with what I could see as kind of a maximum market cap, that would make sense to me. And I mean, I suppose it could go higher even. It's actually very common to go just a little bit above the 2272, but this is telling us, you guys, like 400 to 500x is on the table, absolutely, for this coin over the cycle, right? And if that's the case, maybe this next move is more bullish than I'm giving it credit for. Maybe it does end up at new all-time highs by the end of this next move. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't, but it has the potential to get up here. At a minimum, you know, this 1618 extension, that's about a 61x. That's not a bad minimum, man. And I really do think that that's your minimum target personally, but we'll see. It depends on how you act with this, right? If it's the end of April and you're not even above 40 cents, this might be your maximum target instead of your minimum target. We're not going to talk about this zone anymore, you know what I mean? If it's at new all-time highs instead, well, then this might not even be an appropriate minimum target. $14 might be an appropriate minimum target. You see what I'm saying? So let's just see how you interact. We haven't had a breakout yet of this phase. I am confident you will see a multi-100x in this thing. I'm just not confident as to where it goes. So for now, the minimum target isn't even at a 100x. Boohoo, it's a 61x. I know. $6.54 is your minimum target. $48. Let's even say, let's round it up there. Let's probably say, I think $60 could be a good maximum target, because again, going just above the 2272 is very common. So $6.50 to $60. That's what I'm giving you as end of cycle stuff. By the end of this next move, we're looking for anything from about 31 cents to 70 cents, likely somewhere around 39 cents is what I'm thinking. that would be fine. In fact, anything more bullish than that, anything above the golden ratio would only encourage these higher targets. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.